pesos. Mexican, dame pesos. Get your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man. Got him hot, ayy. Man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ayy, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ayy, she want it like me, cause her like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex. She like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big number, big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 million bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Coach, as the 2019 regular season starts speeding toward, games remain to be played here in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Tennessee Titans. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Titans take over first down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On second down, Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Check, check. Check. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
He'll look to throw. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
First down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check, 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 check.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the screen. Pass. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Drop deep, drop deep. Hey, 734. Check, 55. Express. We own them. We own them.
Now Carr. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Down. 180. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Kill, kill, kill.
They run on first down with Jackson. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Carr going to throw. And this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver. Throwing on first down is Carr. It's complete to Williams. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because...
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with touchdown number 20. And Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Connor Barwin racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bring her. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Throwing on 2nd down. Carr. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
He was brought down by Eric Harris.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. It's caught. Michael Pruitt. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. My 50, my 50. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Check.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. The kick by Parkey is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And set to begin the drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tahir Whitehead, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, The defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Watch the run.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards the pickup there.
And Derek Carr just keeps improving. He can be dangerous not just inside the pocket, but as we see here, outside of it as well.
Kid born in California, played his high school ball in Texas, had quarterback written all over it.
93. 93. Check Alpha.
Carr now on 1st down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Got it. 59. Mike, 59.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. 2nd and 15. He's got Smith here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Running jet sweep here, Humphreys. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He gets it to Humphreys. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell able to get him for a loss of about 3. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And Parkey's kick is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Let's go, let's go.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
We're good, we're good. 180. Raider 9. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Hey, wahoo!
The final shot here before half for Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And this is caught off the deflection. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
We got 4. We got 4. You're mine. Mike.
Carr now on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Check. Hey, Delta. Check. 50.
Throwing his car on third down. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35.
That's another Raiders first down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a give, right side. Jackson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, let's go. Come. I got one. 29.
Carr now to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Connor Barwin. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On 1st down, Jackson. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 41-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Mike 55. Hey, eat. 5. Get down. Get up.
Now Carr. And this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
Mike 51. Raider 1. Man up, D. Man up, D. White.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Down. Check. Mike 51. You remember me? 93. Go, baby. Check 31. Go, Chief. Express. Go. That's it.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
51 to Mike, boy, 51.
Shotgun now for Carr. It's complete to Williams. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Down. Mike 51. 180. 180. We're good. 180. Watch the run.
They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Stopped short of the goal line. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and goal from the 1. They run again with Jackson. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. Ties LT with his 31st touchdown of the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Connor Barwin in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. The Titans on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll set up a throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Credit the sack to Brandon Marshall.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Brett Kern now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Here comes Grant on the return. And he's into the clear. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. 72 yards on the punt return. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Titans off. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 9 now. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Nevin Lawson with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run with Jackson, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5.
Mike 51. 694.
From the gun, it's Carr. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Down. 188. Come off the ball. 637. Go. Mike 51. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Check 15.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Hey, 734. Hey, Haywood. 51. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Raider 9.
Now Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Nice
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, we're good, we're good. 180. Express. Check.
Now it's Jackson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Get that quarterback at all costs. Mike, 50. Hey, orbit. 55.
From the gun, Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, exit.
To throw on 3rd down, Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of...
And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play that time for the Titans. 42 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Benson Mayowa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Ready? Right. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Wide. Get wide. Hey, watch this. Out. Bravo. Crunch.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as he'll go for it on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a short return to the 6-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you.
He's got daylight. The 40, 30, past the 20. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
One of the fun parts about working with you is that we've learned that there are different ways to do things than the way we were brought up to do them. This is Madden. Of course they were going to go ahead and get another score. What do you mean take a knee?
And that just makes the final margin even more lopsided. I think they earned themselves a cold drink from the fridge, right?
There's no
Maybe
doubt
some
about
pretzels, too, some hummus. Go crazy.
See, we've learned.
Go crazy.
We have learned the Madden way of doing things.
So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time.